Hello, hello. I feel like there's a shadow on me. This is like ultra annoying. Now watch it fall. So I'm trying to avoid the shadow. Stay. Stay. Come on in. It's Wishlist Wednesday, and we're going to talk about some things, specifically how it just drains you to wait until the end of the day to live stream. Hey, Mike, thanks for joining. Thank you for the reactions right away. I appreciate you. Make sure that you share and invite with your followers. Come on in, you guys. If you are new to me and my broadcast, my name is Amy Webb. I'm a certified business and credit consultant, and I help brand new entrepreneurs use systems to build and scale their businesses. And I wanted to come on Wishlist Wednesday. Normally on Wednesdays for Wishlist, we do some sort of tip or trick that will help you in some regard to the systems you have, the process you have, or lack thereof, right? But so many things have been happening this week that I felt like this Wishlist Wednesday, we needed to seriously talk about some stuff and how we TSP, like we talked about on Monday, think, speak, and perform like a business owner. So come on in. Hopefully the signal is going good. Give me some reactions or something to know that you're there, and we'll go ahead and jump into it. So, like I said, a lot of things have been happening this week, specifically around social media, with all the changes that have been happening on Facebook and on other platforms, but specifically here in regards to algorithm changes and all this good stuff. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Um, is really making everybody crazy. Okay, it's making everyone crazy. So I wanted to come and talk about these three things that you can do to earn more revenue in your business. And to be really honest, only a couple of these things are things you should do. One of them is something you should stop doing, especially as a business owner. So let's jump right into it. Number one, you need to read. Not only do you need to study, not only do you need to read documents related to your business, just in your day-to-day general interactions, especially with other business owners, you need to read. When you come into another business owner's inbox and you offer them the exact same service that they already do, it makes people crazy. Read. There's nothing wrong with networking. I'm all for it. That's going to be on tip number 2 that we'll talk about. But if you're going to go and network with other business owners, stop. Take a minute. Look at their profile. See what they do. If I'm a travel agent, which I'm not, but I'm just using as an example. If I'm a travel agent, please don't come into my inbox and offer me your services as a travel agent. That lets me know that number one, you're ill prepared. That lets me know that number two, you don't pay attention to detail. So even if I were looking for that type of service, I probably wouldn't choose you because you're not paying attention. You have to read. Reading is fundamental. You have to read. Now, related to that, on a more positive note, reading will help brand new business owners with one particular thing that they struggle with a lot, which is creating content. When you read things that are not only related to your industry, but that are related to current events, that are related to the environment and things that are going on around you, it makes you naturally more creative. It naturally kind of gets those juices flowing, and it helps you to be able to create content in your own industry. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be, a periodical or a book or a magazine or whatever that is specifically geared toward your business, your target. But just to be able to open your mind to other things that are going on will help you with your content creation. I can tell you 1,000%, if you're not reading, you are severely lacking in content creation. You have to read. Related to the whole reading situation, reading helps you become a better speller. And I know some people tell you it doesn't matter if you're a bad speller, but what I will tell you is that when it comes to your business, and again, we're going back to that TSP, that think like a business owner, speak like a business owner, perform like a business owner. If I had to add an additional element to that, it would be write like a business owner. When you have a ton of typos in your copy, in your graphics, in your communications with other business owners, it makes them pause. And one thing that you can do to help yourself overcome that challenge, overcome that problem, is to read more. The more you read, the better speller you will be, and the more professional you will come across in your industry. So that's just a tip for you. So that's number one, read. Read, 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 read. Especially when you're offering your services to someone. You need to digest what they're about before you offer your services. Super important. So number two, kind of leading up to that, right, is networking. You need to network the right way. Demanding sales in people's inbox, sending a sales copy that they didn't necessarily ask for, sending direct messages saying, hey, I have a business opportunity for you, call me. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. It rubs people the wrong way. And if you think about it, how many times has a million people in marketing told you marketing is like dating, right? Sales is like dating. When you first meet somebody, you don't walk up to them and say, hey, I have an opportunity for you. I want to date you. Give me your number. No, you don't approach people that way. People would think you're crazy. And people think you're crazy when you come in their inbox like that. So network the right way. Get to know someone. It is perfectly fine to shoot someone a message and say, hey, thanks for the friend request. I saw that you do XYZ. I do ABC. Let me know if I can ever be of service. And then you can reach out to them later on. Engage with their posts. Engage with their audiences. You know, networking is just like building friendships. So you're not necessarily like going out for drinks or whatever, right? But you have to build some type of relationship. And when you jump into and try to cram down the throat of your target market, your target customer, they're not going to accept it. We don't want to be sold. Remember that. You don't like being sold to. I don't like being sold to. People in general don't like being sold to. We don't like feeling as if we have a target on our chest and you're the, person with the bow and arrow and you're gunning for us, right? Nobody likes to feel that way. And when you come across overly strong, overly aggressive, that's the kind of taste that you leave in people's mouths, right? And you don't want to do that. So make sure you network the right way. If you do network the right way, you will earn more money in your business. People will remember who you are. And when it comes a time for them to recommend someone, they're going to say, hey, you know what? Mike does XYZ. And if you need some help, you should call him up. Here's his contact information on social media. People will remember. But what they also will remember is if you came across in a way that left them feeling some type of way and they really don't want to deal with you, let alone put their name and reputation out there in referring you to other business owners. So please keep that in mind. Number two, network the right way. Number three. So number one was reading. Reading, studying, learning to be a person who pays attention to detail, spelling, all of these things are really important in your communications in general. So number one was reading. Number two, networking. Make sure you're networking the right way. No one likes a bugaboo. And you can sell and follow up without bugging the tarnation out of the people that you're talking to and without talking to the wrong person. If you don't even take the time to find out what your target market is all about, you could be preaching to someone that has no need for anything that you have to offer. If I'm a naturalista and you are trying to sell me a perm, I got nothing for you. You're wasting your time talking to me, right? Take a moment to read and find out what your customer is really, really, really looking for, okay? So number three, the third thing that you can do to earn more money in your business today is to invest in your business. Now, when I say invest in your business, I'm talking about in your technology, in your coaching, in additional skills if you need it, in members of a team if that's required. You never know when you may have the opportunity to work with someone who could explode your business. But if you're not ready because you haven't made the necessary investments in your technology and your platforms in your business, you could miss that opportunity. And I can tell you, I've had that happen. That feeling sucks. You don't want that to happen to you. You have to make investments in your business in order to earn more revenue in the long run. Now, I'm not talking about chasing every shiny new object. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is if you want to reach out to a certain target clientele, you need to let them know that you are serious and you're professional about doing so. And that's going to take some investment. You can do it slowly, but you do have to do it. Coaching is important. You cannot get everything that you need off of YouTube and Google. It is just not going to help you. You are not going to be able to put the pieces together in a way that will give you a complete puzzle. You may be able to fit some pieces here and there. And we all have been to Google University. We've all been to YouTube University. And there are some things we absolutely can learn from that and glean from that. But the things that you need to learn on those platforms need to build upon the knowledge that you already have. So if you're absolutely starting from scratch, you can't get everything free 99. You need to be able to invest in the help that you need in order to move forward in your business. Just like when you're going to school, right? You could put a toddler in front of the television and expect them to learn everything they need to know. And are they going to gain some things? Absolutely. By and large, are they going to be able to come and maybe put an essay together or a book report or figure out earth science and biology? Probably not, because they're missing some of those taught pieces. And as adults, we learn in a different way. Especially if you're an older adult like me, we learn in a different way. We don't learn the same way little kids learn, right? We need a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more kinetic learning in order for us to make the connections in our brain. And we have to write, which we don't often do. And that kind of goes back to point number 1. Reading, writing, spelling, communication, all that good stuff. So investing in your technology, investing in coaching, and maybe investing in some additional skills. I think sometimes, especially as business owners, we get kind of caught up in, I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to take this course. I don't want to buy this class. Because we feel some type of way that we should already know, and that's kind of good enough. But I can tell you absolutely, number 1, being a lifelong learner is going to help you not only be a better business owner, it's going to help you earn more money. It's going to help you build your confidence. It's going to help you with content creation in your business, which is huge, especially in this day and age of technology and social media. If you don't stand out from the crowd, no one is going to know that you're there. So those additional skills can help you. And I'm not saying you need to go back and get a 4-year degree or a PhD or anything like that. Like, don't take it there. But what I am saying is that there is nothing wrong with continuing education, right? All professionals have some form of continuing education to make sure they stay up on the latest trends, the latest techniques, new trends, things that are brand new and untested, right? Your doctor, your lawyer, your accountant, your CPA, they all have continuing education requirements. And the reason why that's a requirement is because it's important for you to keep your mind fresh, to keep yourself sharp, and to stay up on the latest and greatest. As a new business owner, you are no different. You also need continuing education. That goes back to the coaching piece, or whether you do something online, whatever, you need to have that continuing education to help you become a better business owner and to make more money, which is ultimately what we want to do. Hello there, Miss Tiffany. Thanks for joining. Investing in your team. You're going to need some people to take it there with you. Angela, hey, love. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thanks for the hearts. You need to be able to invest in some help, right? Because there's only one of you. And as amazing as you may be, and as great as you are, You need someone to do the other stuff, right? To help you pull the weight. You can do the social media, you can do the live streaming, you can do the live events, you can do the coaching, but what you can't do is all of that stuff really well and pay attention to the other details you need in your business. Your email sequences, your landing pages, your sales pages, your follow up with customers. Those things you can easily outsource to someone else to help you not only build, but maybe even to scale, right? Hey, love. So you can spend your time doing what you do best, what earns you money, what earns you the most money. And I can tell you that's probably not doing your landing pages and stuff, right? The things that help you earn money and earn the most money is being you, whatever you are being paid for as a business owner. And those things you can't outsource, right? I can't outsource this live stream. I could have someone sit here and try to talk to you guys, but they're not going to come across in the same way that I would want to. They're not going to connect with you the same way that I want to. And, they might not really have your best interests at heart. Whereas when I'm talking to my community and I'm speaking to my audience, I'm trying to get to know them, right? I want to get to the heart of them, because getting to the heart of them means getting to the money. No cash and landing pages. That's absolutely right, Angela. It's not, right? You want to focus on the things that can help you build and scale and grow. And those things are your specialty, what you're put here for. Good afternoon, Anthony. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. Make sure you share. Those are the things that make you a great business owner, right? And depending on where your focus is, I will give this caveat, right? And I'll use Miss Angela for an example. She's an amazing patient care advocate, right? Nobody can do that work like Miss Angela does. I could come in and I could maybe work from a checklist and I could check things off and I could ask you questions, but I don't have that same passion in my heart for the work like she does. I don't know some of the follow-up things to ask, right? If someone were to ask me, hey, Amy, how should I connect my landing page to this payment platform? I could give a VA a checklist, right? And say, do this, that, and the third. But will they necessarily know which questions to ask if there's a follow-up question? If I know there's something a little different about the way you move in your audience and how you connect with people, they won't necessarily know those things. So long story short, I belabor that point enough. You can only do you, and you want to be the best you and offer the best of you so you can make the most money in your business. And the only way to do that is to outsource the other stuff that you're not good at and you don't have time for. So, to do a recap, if you just joined me, my name is Amy Webb. I am a certified business credit consultant, and I help new business owners just like you build and scale their online businesses. And tonight we're talking about 3 things that you can do to make more money in your business today. And the very first one was to read. Especially as adults, we don't read nearly as often as we need to. We don't pay attention to details. We're not very good in communications at times. And so reading helps with all of those things. It not only helps you pay attention to the details, it makes you a better communicator, it expands your vocabulary, and it makes you a better speller, and that makes you an overall better business owner. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Number 2 was networking the right way. You don't want to come across salesy. You don't want to cram stuff down your target audience's throat. Or worse, try to cram stuff down the throat of people who aren't even your target. That is a waste of time. All of the time that you spend in my inbox trying to sell me something that I already do is a waste of time for you. That means you're not earning any money. And your time is much better spent talking to someone that actually needs your product or service. So networking the right way. Make sure you're paying attention to that detail. Warm people up. You know what I'm saying? Get a little appetizer, a couple cocktails before you hit them with the main thing, right? You have to build relationships. That's super, super important. And that's something that I know as a brand new business owner, we really neglect at first, because sometimes we really don't think that's super important. We're kind of all about the numbers. Well, I need to make, X amount of sales, so I need to talk to X amount of people. And you're not really understanding the value and the real worth and wealth, I'll even go so far as to say, into building and really connecting to your community on a deeper level. It took me a long, long, long time to get it. Like, now I get it. You have to network the right way, build those relationships. And then the third thing was investing in your business, investing in your technology, investing in coaching, investing in additional skills if you need them, and investing in members of a team. So that's it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you had a good takeaway. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments. I do go back and review the video afterward in case you have any questions. To all my replay viewers, thank you for watching as well. And feel free also to drop your questions in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back with you. Thank you for coming on. Tomorrow, I hope to be on my normal time in the morning where I'm supposed to be. If I don't get my schedule all messed up and start running late. But I appreciate you guys for joining. I appreciate the shares. I appreciate the reactions. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.